Hey peeps, long time no see. What's up, man? What's new? It dawned on me uh, that I haven't made a video in like 3 or 4 months. I think the last time I made one was July, something like that. So it's been, well over 3 months now. And I have an email address that I have associated with this channel, and I don't really check it unless, I'm actively doing videos and my mind is on making YouTube videos and things like this. Um, And I hadn't really planned on making a video today. It just dawned on me that I hadn't checked the email for a long time. And I had a number of messages from people, you, subscribers, asking me if I'm alive. Am I still around? Am I here? Is everything okay? So I just thought I'd take a few minutes and let you know, yeah, everything's fine. First of all, let me say thanks a lot, for thinking of me. It's really nice. It was surprising to see um, the amount of emails I got, so that was cool. I thought rather than respond to all of them, I just make another video. So yeah, thanks a lot for enjoying what I do. It's again, I'm always humbled by this. I can't believe that I have almost 500 subscribers. I put very little effort into these videos, as you know. Sometimes I put a little more effort into them. This is going to be one of those low effort moments with my videos, but yeah, man, I'm fine. Thanks again for asking and inquiring. Everything's fine. Nothing's changed. This summer's been kind of kooky for me. It's been busy. I've been working weird hours. Um, I This is gonna bore the piss out of the vast majority of you, but I'm really into fantasy football. I'm really good at it, and I play in high stakes leagues. And when you do that and play multiple leagues, it takes up a lot of time. Also takes up a lot of money. That part sucks. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm really into these high stakes fantasy football leagues. I play I play in basically the most competitive leagues in the country, like where all the best players play. And it's fun. It takes a lot of time though, and so horrible excuses, I know, but it's been my summer's been a lot of that. It was a lot of fantasy football drafting and a lot of working weird hours and shitty excuses. Like I said, I have no excuse for not making more videos other than sheer laziness, but I have been relatively busy, so I'm still listening to music. In fact, I'm gonna go over some random records I've picked up over the last 3 months. It's gonna be a scattered video, not very long, or maybe it will be. I always say it's not gonna be long, but they always tend to drag on around half an hour. I don't think this will be that long. But yeah, the chief thing I wanted to do here was just let everyone know everything's good. No health. I had a couple of people ask me if my health was okay. Everything's fine. Okay. If I go missing for a few months, just always know it's because I am a lazy bastard. That's it. That's always the reason. Unless I die, and then it'll be mysterious and probably much cooler than what I'm doing now. But yeah, man, no problem. Health is great. Life is pretty good, actually. I just one of the reasons I'm here now is I do have some free time. I just got a new job. I start next week, and it's very much a standard schedule. I'm going to be working a day shift, no nights or weekends. It's going to be, a fairly normal situation. So I'm stoked for that. Um, those of you curious, I don't know if you are, but I got a teaching gig, so I'm going to be teaching. That starts next week. So yeah, I'm going to be working like a standard, 9 to 5 type of schedule, Monday through Friday. So I'll have more time to do these videos, and I have been listening to music a lot, as always. So I always have a lot to say. I still think about doing the movie channels, talking about movies. I'm actually thinking about doing a fantasy sports channel because I am good at it. Um, and I thought that would be interesting for those who are interested in sports. I love sports, not quite as much as I love movies and music, but sports is right there. I'm a big sports fan. So it is something I like to think about and talk about. So I don't know, why not? Why not have three different things that I talk about? You know, as long as I'm upfront about the subjects, you guys can not watch. And if you're, if I put the subject in the title, hopefully you watch. But right now it's all been music, so I sometimes wonder, will I lose people if I start talking about something else? I don't really care if I do. I mean, I want to hang on to all of you, but yeah, I think, I have other passions. So my passions have not necessarily been on talking about music this summer. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'm trying to think, like I said, that's the update on me. Nothing much is new, just working a lot, got a new job. It's a pissy, rainy, miserable day here in the Pacific Northwest. It's about 3:30 on Friday afternoon, October 27th, 2022. I got nothing really, man. I mean, there have been a few times I've almost made videos, but man, I just don't always love making videos. Like these people who I've talked about this in past videos, but these people who have all day every day to make videos, I'm jealous. I just don't have this kind of time. And nor would I want to. Like there always comes a point with these videos. I'll just divulge right now. I get to this point maybe halfway or toward the end of a video and I start trailing off. I just get bored. Like, what am I doing? I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. It's I don't know. I just get bored. There's a moment where I get bored. So, and I feel that way when I'm editing the video. I thought, well, maybe if I edit the video later, that'll give me more inspiration to finish the video and not be bored, but that doesn't really work either. Um, Honestly, the thing that keeps me coming back are people are watching and I get more subscribers trickling in all the time. And, I really love connecting with people and teaching people things and people that don't know about certain things, they get to learn about those. I love learning and then passing information on to people. That's the piece I love. So you know it's too late in terms of me rambling. I'm rambling already. I should have warned you this would be a rambly video, but yeah, I think I might try to branch out in the future for sure. Talk more about movies and sports and just things, because this YouTube channel ends up being kind of a diary, really. It feels good to talk, but after 10 or 15 minutes of it, I'm like, fuck, I'm bored, man. I want to go do something else. So anyway, yeah, my passions have not necessarily been on music all summer. So you haven't seen me. If you want, if those of you who just want to watch me rant, I mean, I can't imagine any of you are sick and twisted and demented enough to, torture yourselves into just hearing my opinion all day, every day. But trust me, I have opinions, man. I mean, the vast majority of my deeply inner opinions I keep to myself because I just don't want to bore people. You guys have seen, I just scratched the surface. This is me scratching the true shit that's inside this. There's I just spare you because yeah, I've got opinions all day, man. Oh, dude, don't even ask. It's I have something to say about most things. So, but I try to keep it siloed to music. Just trying to be linear here, a linear path, music only. But if you want to hear, if you want to hear other shit, let me know. Anyway, that's all I got. This is really just more of an update video. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of any albums I've been listening to a lot. I mean, one video I was thinking about doing here in the near future, maybe the next week or so, is doing a video on Fluke. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fluke. Um, they're one of those fringy bands that I think would be fun to talk about because I like them a lot. They're not around anymore, as far as I know. But throughout the 90s, they were a cool band. A lot of people compared them to Underworld. I don't think that's a fair comparison. I think it makes sense on surface level conversations, but I don't think really, if you dig a little deeper, it's not really a fair comparison. So, yeah, I was thinking about doing Fluke. They were a good band. They were unique in their sound, and I liked them a lot. And I know a lot about them, and I've been listening to them lately. So I just thought Might be a cool video. So yeah, I think I might do a fluke video here coming up. So anyway, there's that. I'm trying to think, is anything new and exciting over the last 3 months? No, but I have picked up some records. And before I click out of here, I'm just gonna, I am gonna show records. This is gonna be a video where I actually show physical products, and you know how I feel about that. But they're just right here, so why not? Fuck it, I'm right here. This is something I picked up. These are just random things I've picked up in the last 3 months since you've heard from me last. This is a Susumu Yokota record. There's been this surge in interest in Susumu Yokota lately. He was around back in the 90s and 2000s, and he died, I think, 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. And people kind of, I don't know, he fell off the map and people forgot about him. But in the last 5 or 6 years, there's been this resurgence of interest for him. And I think that's great. He made some amazing records. And this is like a re-release they just put out. It's got a couple of old tracks. I think they're unreleased. They dug into his archives and found them. And it's got a couple of new remixes from Gene on Earth and Matthew Herbert, artists that I love, especially Herbert. Herbert's been around for years. That would be an interesting video too. I'm a huge Herbert fan. And Gene on Earth is this German dude. He's been around, I don't know, a decade maybe. He makes really excellent house music, kind of fused with techno and pop music. Got a really fun sound. It kind of reminds me of early mid '90s funky house music, but it's got like a darker techno tinge to it. Gene on Earth, he's good. Anyway, remixes are good. It was a cool record. I like it. This is the new Anthony Naples record. This is a dude from Brooklyn. I think he's from Brooklyn. And this is a name. If his name is on a record, I pick it up. Anthony Naples. He just makes really, really good techno and house music. Straight up, that's what it is. He just makes all the right maneuvers and choices, and his production is spot on. His tracks are always really groovy. He knows how to sample. Just a really good producer. This is a newer Pie Corner Audio record, Let's Emerge. I actually haven't even listened to this. Pie Corner Audio, he does ambient music and techno music and house music and experimental music, and everything I've heard from him is pretty good, so I usually pick up his stuff. This is an artist that I had never heard of, and this is the only thing I've ever heard of from this artist. It's Diego Cerulean, kind of like an ambient house type vibe here. I haven't listened to this record. I just picked it up. I'm excited to hear that. This is a techno record. Liz is the artist. I think it's got a remix on here. Some other. He's kind of got that. I think he is actually. He's one of those Romanian dudes. Those of you who've been paying attention over the last 15 years, there are some Romanian names that are just fantastic, like Liz and Christy Cons and Petre Sparescu. I'm probably not saying his name correctly. And Radu, Vlad Kaya. I'm probably mangling all these dudes' names. But there's this Romanian techno collective that every time they put stuff out, it's really good. It's just really immaculately produced dance music, really, with a techno edge to it. Anyway, that's what that is. Speaking of Matthew Herbert, this is another recent record I picked up, Wish Mountain. And he put out stuff as Wish Mountain over 20 years ago, and the last release he put out as Wish Mountain was called Wish Mountain is Dead. So I thought it was dead, but this just came out, 1,000 meters down. And this is, the majority of the stuff that Herbert does is sort of housed in the house era, no pun intended, but it's house music and techno music. He's been making more experimental music over the last decade or so, and that's what Wish Mountain always was. Very weird and experimental. He's just a great producer. Everything he puts out is awesome, but I loved Wish Mountain back in the day. Those of you who remember Wish Mountain, this is new. Wish Mountain is no longer dead. We have a new record here, and it's really good. Very experimental. There's nothing dancey about this record, but there you go. Oh, now This is one I want to make a video about. This is Adam TM, Uwe Schmidt, HD. This record came out a decade ago. This album came out a decade ago on CD only. And this just got released on vinyl for the first time. Now, Uwe Schmidt is a legend, and this is a guy I should definitely make a video about. In fact, maybe this will be my next video. I'll just do one on this album alone. This is a great album. So good. It, Uwe is one of those guys who records under, I think, probably at least 50 different names. He's made so much music, and I have never heard a bad album from him. For someone to be so prolific, to put out so much great stuff. I'm not even going to get into all of his different names. You've heard of some of them for sure. If you haven't heard Adam TM, you almost certainly have heard of one or two of his other guises. I'm definitely going to do a video on this now that I think about it. Uwe Schmidt. He's too great to not do a video on. And then this is a big behemoth box set. I haven't even cracked it open yet, but this is a new Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros box set. All of the Mescalero albums are stuffed in here. And then there's like a bonus double album of like unreleased tracks, I think. Let's see. All three studio albums plus B-sides, demos, outtakes, and never before heard tracks. They're all stuffed in here like a book. Maybe I'll do an unboxing of this at some point when I finally crack it open. But it opens up like a book, and all the jackets kind of open up like pages. And anyway, I'm super excited to get started with that one. Here are a few more that I just picked up. I don't, maybe I'll just go through this whole stack I've got over here. It's a pretty sizable stack, but this is the new Map Ache record. I just made a Juno order a few days ago. Those of you who order on Juno know what this is, their little sticker. I don't know why they put stickers on the jacket, by the way. They peel off easily, but Juno, just put them in a sleeve or something. They do a lot of business, though. I'm sure they're just a massive machine there. They churn records in and out. They probably don't have time to do stuff like that. But anyway, this is the new Map Ache, Map Ache. I don't know how you say it. Dude's on Giggling record. I just got this yesterday. I don't even, haven't even listened to it. Got a cool little inner sleeve there. Anyway, those of you who order records on Giggling generally know what you're getting with their artists. Their cater of artists are like second to none. They always put out really, really good stuff. Excited to hear that. Let's see here. What do we got? The new Familia Tanaka record. Japanese techno dude. Always makes good stuff. This is a record I picked up. I'm surprised I never picked this up. This is on Sushi Tech, and it's got a Baby Ford remix on this. This came out a few years ago, and I never picked it up. It just went by my. Usually I'm pretty astute with new releases and stuff, but yeah, this has got a Baby Ford mix on it, and I love me some Baby Ford. Anything by Baby Ford I've picked up literally for the last 30 years of my life. I've got a Baby Ford collection that's like this, like 4 feet long. I have a ton of Baby Ford records. Love that guy. Here's a new record I got from Stavros. If you've never heard Stavros, you need to. Very unique sound. Nothing sounds like these guys. They're kind of, I don't know, they're techno and they're house and they're ambient, they're down tempo and they're kind of worldly, and there's all kinds of shit going on. There's jazz. I would definitely highly recommend you dig deep, go back and get anything with the name Stavros on it. These guys are really cool. I think they're from Belgium, if I'm not mistaken. Really, really good stuff. Okay, I'm going to go through one more thing. I'm going to move on. Oh, okay. I don't usually buy reissues, but this one was just a little too tempting. I was already ordering some stuff from Juno, and I put this in the cart. I had a discount. Juno gives me discounts a couple times a year because I order so much shit, literally. I get these emails like 3 or 4 times a year that say, because you're one of our best customers, we're giving you 40% off. So anyway, but it expires after a week. So I had to buy some stuff, and this one I was just getting ready to make my order, and this one popped up that day. Had to get it. Neon green wax. I have the original US press of this, but it was just too tempting. I had to get that. And let me go through. Yeah, I don't want to go through that one. This one. Oh, no, this one I did pay attention to and listen to already. I'm really enjoying this one. I'll end the video with this. This is Boxy. Um, can't really see it. It's kind of covered by the sticker. Actually, let me get that off. I always take these stickers off. But I wanted to wait until I was filming it because we know how exciting it is to watch dudes remove stickers from jackets. Anyway, here it is. Boxy is the artist. I'd never heard of him before. Or her. Him or her. I don't know. I still have no clue. Juno had this listed in their Balearic section, but I'm not hearing a lot of Balericness with this. This is just sort of nice, dreamy, poppy house music. I guess that's essentially what Balearic is, I guess. I guess I can see it. It's more housey, though. I hear more house stuff going on here. Boxy. The name of the album is I Thought It Was Yesterday. Two records stuffed in here. This is a really good album. I've been listening to this a lot lately in terms of new stuff. I've been listening to older stuff recently, but this has been on my playlist in terms of new records lately. Boxy. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. See, I'm getting to that point where I'm bored. I'm bored with my own voice, people. All right. So again, thanks for the emails. I really appreciate it. Everything's fine. I've just been busy doing other shit. That's all. Like all of us, right? But now that my schedule is getting to more, some semblance of normalcy next week, I think I'm going to be wanting to do more videos because I've been feeling the bug lately. The weather's been really nice too. That's something, when it's sunny here and it's warm, which is rare here in the Northwest. You don't get a lot of sunny, warm days, but it was sunny and warm for a long time this year. It literally just started raining a few days ago. So now that it's kind of colder and rainier, I think I'm going to be wanting to stay in and do more videos. So anyway, as always, hit me up with some requests. I do get some requests. The vast majority of requests I get are for bands that I just don't have a lot of passion about. I try to only do videos on bands I have passion about. So always feel free to throw out some requests, and if I know enough about that band and I like that band enough and I have experience with that band, I'll talk about them. So anyway, as always, thanks a lot. Thanks for your emails and your concern. Everything's fine, and I'll see you next time. Later.